Hello, everybody. This is your friendly neighborhood Lisa Foxy, and welcome back to Beacon Pines. So, we're going to continue on the story of what happened in there. Alright, locate the source. That is where we are last in. It can get awfully cold out there in those woods, Luca. Probably best you two stay put and conserve your energy. Help is on the way. Where's Rollo? Where's my mom? Did you kill her? Oh, heavens no. Do I seem like a killer to you?
Iggy and Luca shared a skeptical look.
Well, do I? Aw, shucks. Now that hurts my feelings. Screw that guy. Okay. Wait a minute. Is this the original town? Then that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
What's that? Long story. So a few years back, I came into possession of some premium grade fireworks. Not the wimpy firecracker stuff they give kids. The good stuff. So, why did you bury it under a tree? That's the long part of the story. You and Rollo were doing chores at Rollo's chicken coop. And you guys pissed me off for some reason or another.
Luca rolled his eyes with realization.
No, you didn't.
Iggy stifled a chuckle.
Yep. I just gave you guys a little scare. But like I said, these were some primo fireworks. So I might have underestimated things. You blew up the chicken coop. I prefer to think of it as an incendiary redecoration. Sorry, but you should have seen the look on your face. Rollo got grounded for months, which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. So I buried them under the tree. But when I came back for them, later they were gone. I figured some grown-up found them and tossed them.
Iggy triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Turns out it wasn't the fireworks that got moved. It was us. Unbelievable. Do you think this is a game? Newsflash, boyo. You're not a hero. You're a little brat who is in the way over his head. A hero is just someone who refuses to give up. Comics these days are rotting children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero. I was always practical to Hank Atomic myself. Is that so? Do you really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are. Prepare for blast off, losers.
Luca and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Echo! 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 Whoa! I can see why they wanted to move us all out of the town now. But why would they dig a giant hole? I think this is it. This is the source? It's a dang hole. How do we smash a hole? Oh, it's much more than that, my annoying little friend. Kerr, where's Rollo? I wasn't lying before. He's safe. Well, safer than you two, at least. Drats, it's cold. You just had to drag me all the way out here, didn't you?
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
It really is something, isn't it? What did you do to our town? What is all of this? Well, that's a dozy of a question. This is the source where they collect the unrefined,
Kerr scratched the back of his head.
Honestly, boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. Fact of the matter is, I'm not paid to know. What do you mean, you don't know? Ain't you in charge? Oh, heavens no. My role is merely to flash a winning smile and manage various complications. Complications like us? You are a smart boy.
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
It really is nothing personal. Some people are destined to strive for greatness, and others are simply obstacle along the way. Seems like you were destined to be a creepy lackey. The point is that we all play our part in life. Mine's just happened to be a lead in the role of a lifetime. And you happen to be extra ready for a certain curtain call. We aren't giving up without a fight. Your smile's not gonna be so winning after we're done with you. Now, boys, there's no need for melodrama. It makes even a professional such as myself embarrassed for you. Let's change the mood a bit.
Kerr snapped his fingers.
Scene change. There, that's better. Deal with them.
Iggy turned to Luca with a sly glance.
What are you smirking? Guess I have a box full of fireworks. You don't.
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
Stop! Let's not do something regrettable. Joke's on you. Regret is one of my specialties. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I threw these in your precious hole? Nothing. Nothing at all. You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know, I'm an exceptional liar. But that's far enough.
Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Stop, you fool. Call off your goods.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Very well. You all can head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll handle these two from here.
Mr. Kerr sighed into the frigid air.
It's just us now, Iggy. You can put that down. What, like this?
With a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
Ooh.
Whoa!
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca.
Oh!
Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side. Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow. He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
You reckless child! What have you done? Luca, listen to me. Hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie and call them back.
What channel do I use?
It doesn't make a dang on difference. They're always listening. If you do that, the clipboards will just haul us up and snag us both. The only way to get out of this is if Kerr's out of the picture. Just let go and save yourself. If he let us go, we both die. I don't want to die, but seeing the look on your face almost makes it worth it.
Mr. Kerr, you've had a long life. Why don't you actually do something selfless and just let go?
Mr. Kerr gasped with insult.
Long life? I'll have you know, I can still play 25. You should have heard me sing the part of Phileas Young.
With a wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
Dum, birdie dum dum. Wow, can you believe this guy?
Luca's hand began to cramp. His voice began to crack.
Kerr, just let go!
No can do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too. Luca, look at me. It's okay.
Luca felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
You're gonna kill your friend like that, are you?
Every muscle in Luca's body burned.
I'm not his friend.
Yes, you are.
Nah, I'm just a no good bully. Like Kerr.
Iggy, no.
Luca felt his hand slipping.
As I told you, what you need to do with bullies.
I can't.
It's your only way out of this mess. 2 birds with 1 stone. It makes sense for us to fall together. Wackadoos travel in packs.
A calm settled over Iggy's face.
Luca, let me do this.
Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
Let me do the right thing for once. Aww. I would love to refuse, but I understand. Alright. Accept
Luca
Iggy's
had
request.
no choice but to accept Iggy's request. With a quiet blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void. As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
Good.
The 2 silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
Hell of a goodbye. Goodbye, Iggy. Luca, you should really step back. What? Quickly. Curious. But of course. Those fireworks of Iggy must have been just the right amount of energy. We should get out of here before perennial harvest arrives. Not until you tell me what just happened. Your friend's sacrifice just saved this town. For a little while anyway. How? Tempest Laquamine is a peculiar substance. It has a chance the relationship between matter and time itself. But doing so requires unfathomable energy. In a closed system, that energy can only come from its surroundings. A useful side product of this property being, by adding precisely the correct amount of energy to its one, can create cryonic cascade. So the gunk makes things cold, and the fireworks made the whole freeze over. That's one way of putting it, yes. A dumb luck would have it the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. I shudder to think what would have happened in that case.
We have some idea what that would look like.
It will take them a good while to safely break through and access the source again. If you knew all this stuff, why haven't you been helping? I have been, in my way. Each of us has our role to play. Iggy's role, it turns out, was to buy us precious time. Mine has been to observe and wait. Wait for what? You. Me? Why? What's my role?
A fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Luca Van Horn. You're gonna save the world.
With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him, trudging through the snow. Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny. To be continued in Beacon Pines, Pines Harder. Revenge served cold. Second time's a charm? Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good? I was even starting to like Iggy. No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive.
Okay, so what happens if I actually had saved or refused to let Iggy go? Okay, so we'll see what happens if I
Luca
refuse.
had no choice but to refuse Iggy's request. He tightened his grip and reached for the walkie-talkie in his pocket. A wild delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face. That's a good lad. Now, radio for help. Iggy begged Luca with his eyes one last time, but Luca pressed the button and called out. We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards. Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror, now. A clipboard Clothport dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror, and Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair. Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress. I'll put in a good word for you with the founder. Take them away. A swarm of hands overpowered Luca. The last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face. The end. I think this was one of those times where doing the right thing was the wrong thing.
Yep. Alright, so that's what happens with that. Okay. Shame. Struggle. Okay, there's Bear. Alright, let's go back in here. Okay, so Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him. The clouds began to break.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to break, revealing patches of star-filled summer night. Moonlight filtered down, shimmering in the treetops.
Right, so we're back before the storm and all that happened, so we're in the past again.
Sure, you can meet Rolo. You're not going home? No, I promised Rolo that I'd tell him about...
Luca stopped himself mid-sentence.
Promise you'd tell him what? Spit it out, bub. We're thick as thieves now. If there's a juicy secret, you've got to tell me. Okay. You can come to the treehouse, and I'll tell you both what happened. Heck yeah.
Alright.
Luca saw Beck skulking by the gate.
So, you're telling me there's nothing mysterious or creepy about this place? It's mostly boring and empty. I refuse to believe that. Big spiked gate, loomsome mansion, rich, reclusive owners? It even smells shady.
Beck grabbed the wrought iron bars and shook the gate.
Mark my words. You descendant nightmare house. You will reveal your secrets to me!
Oh!
What did you do? First of all, I told you so. Second, hide. That's Paris Valentine? Who is she talking to? Shh.
I expect you to return that suit in working order. Of course. As long as everything proceeds as planned, there's nothing to worry about. The only thing I'm worried about is what's rightfully mine. If that means making some unsavory alliances, so be it. I couldn't agree more. There comes a time to suspend hostilities. I'll deal with our common threat.
Now that's what I was talking about.
Beck's voice was an excited whisper.
Prepare shady stuff. Someone in that suit, like that, tried to grab me yesterday. Seriously? Shh.
You do understand that when this all inevitably fails, I will deny everything. I wouldn't expect any less of you. You just worry about your part in this and let me handle the rest. I can't wait to see the look on that Rube Kerr's face. Yes, the truth will come to light. I'm still surprised you're so comfortable with the potential collateral damage. If there's one thing I've heard, it's that change is painful.
Wow, I was expecting shady, but that's just flat out supervillain talk.
If you don't mind me asking, why? Why are you doing all of this?
The mysterious figure retracted their mask, hair pushing out from all corners.
Family.
A chill ran down Luca's spine. His vision blurred. Beck stifled a sharp wince, and Luca looked down to see himself wrenching her hand.
An answer I can certainly respect.
Gran tousled her hair back under the face mask.
Just remember, keep everything nice and normal until the festival. I don't need lessons in rousing suspicion.
Gran gave Eris a curt nod and disappeared into the night.
Oh man. So one of the suits is... Oh man.
Chapter 5. What big ears you have! Lucas sat shivering in the bushes, staring at his feet. After checking to make sure the coast was clear, Beck gave him a gentle tug on his sweater.
What's wrong?
Oh wait, sorry. What's wrong?
You look like you've seen a ghost. Why are you so scared of the old lady in the hazmat suit? That was my gran.
That was your gran?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for all of this.
Let's just get to the treehouse and figure things out there.
Lead the way. To Rolo's place we go. For the last time, there's nothing to worry about. Of course, we're not worried.
The clipboard finished writing with a scratchy flourish and looked up.
Just doing our eyes and crossing our T's. Well, maybe try minding your P's and Q's.
Mr. Nuncreed, arms crossed over his paunch, gave an exhausted sigh.
If there's anything you need, knowing you'll know it. Absolutely. If you just sign here, acknowledging everything is accurate, we'll be out of your hair in a flash. Oh, for the love of...
He snatched the pad and scribbled his name so hard the pen nearly snapped.
There. And would you like my eternal soul as well?
The clipboards looked at each other for a moment, almost pondering the possibility, then broke into laughter as they walked away.
Ha 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 ha! Jeez. Should we talk to him?
Hi, Mr. Nuncreed.
Luca, let me give you some advice. The next time someone you don't know asks to hear your thoughts, give them a good hard bop right in the kisser.
Oh, Gran tells me to just keep away from the clipboards.
That's good. That's good. Your gran is a smart lady, Luca. Speaking of which, you better run along home now. Too dark out to be wandering on your own. I agree. In a way. The answer you seek will be revealed to you due in time. The question is the figured intoned. Are you prepared to live with the truth? Another day, another dollar. See you tomorrow, Z. Have you noticed how all perennial harvest folks order the same drink? Decaf cappuccino with extra foam? Why? I don't know. Just thought it's a little odd. Pretty weird for sure. Well, the customer's always right. See you bright and early tomorrow. I can't wait. Actually, before I go, I want to see what else is down here. There's nobody there. Interesting.
William Kerr and Gus Valentine proudly surveyed the half-covered festival banner.
It's all coming together quite nicely. I couldn't have done it without you.
The mayor gave a half-hearted shrug.
I'm not sure about that. Nonsense. That reminds me, I wasn't able to thank your sister for her contribution. Yeah, she has been indisposed of late. She doesn't much like me, does she? Oh no, that's not it at all. She's just been busy. Of course. Regardless, I would be forever grateful if you could pass my thanks on to her. The History Museum adds a real air of import to the whole affair. And we couldn't very well celebrate the story of Beacon Pines without including the Valentines. My father was a great man. Yeah, darn tootin' he was.
Kerr locked his arm on Gus's shoulder.
But I mean the entire Valentine family. Presents company included. Can I ask you something, Mr. Kerr? Call me William. Ask away. William, why are you doing all of this? Gosh, I've never felt one needed a compelling reason to throw a party. It's not just a festival. All of this. There's gotta be 100 down on their luck town out there. Why perennial harvest so invested in helping Beacon's Pines? You know what I love most about agricultural business? Seeds. Seeds. Yep, little bundles of potential.
With a glimmer in his eye, Kerr gestured grandly toward the horizon.
You treat a seed right, nurture it, feed it, and it grows into something truly special. You see potential here? Undoubtedly. The seed of greatness is already under our feet. All it needs is a little nudge. And the right leadership, of course. Oh. Good night, Mayor Valentine. Well, okie.
Oh, this is nice. Yeah, the treehouse is just a little further on from here. So, what's your buddy Rolo like? Rolo, he's Rolo. Not particularly helpful? Sorry, I just never thought about it. Lots of energy. He's funny, even when he's not trying to be. Things have been tough for his family since Foul Harvest.
It's about dang time you tell me what Foul Harvest thingy is.
It's kinda long story.
Hit me with the highlights.
Okay. There used to be a fertilizer company here called Valentine's. They were kind of a big deal.
Oh, big deal, fertilizer.
It was a big deal to us. Their stuff really worked. Farmers loved it. So Valentine grew and grew. Beacon Pines pretty much grew around it. Most everyone in town either worked for Sharper Valentine or used his fertilizer. Things were good.
I'm sensing a big butt.
Around 6 years ago, Sharper Valentine suddenly died. And something changed.
Changed how?
Could have been a bad batch. Maybe it was water or air or soil? Nobody knows. But all the crops died. And everyone blamed the Valentines.
The Foul Harvest.
Yeah. Valentine's fertilizers went out of business. Half the town lost their jobs.
Sheesh.
The next year, the crops came back, but something was different. You plant a crop, do everything right, and it's sort of crap shoot what happens.
Do you... I mean, and no one knows why?
Nope. I take it Rolo Farm got the short end of the stick. Yep. For some reason, their farm was hit harder than others.
That sucks.
Things have gotten better since Perennial Harvest came to town.
The Beacon Pines Reborn innovative?
Yep. First thing they did was give the town a deep scrub. And they even put us up in hotels. One town over for a week while they decontaminated the groundwater. We'd better get going.
It's about time. I was about to give up and go home. Who's the new kid?
Name's Beck. You must be Rolo.
I see my reputation precedes me. Welcome, welcome to Mission Control.
Rolo waggled his head with pride.
You'll find we've spared no expense in construction.
I've seen worse looking piles of junk.
Thanks. Hey, Luca. You know the security concerns we talked about, right?
Yeah.
While I was waiting, I've made some improvements. Let me lock this baby down for a little test infiltration. Can't be too safe these days. goes all out, does he?
Always.
Lavish. Okay. There we go. Where did you guys get all this junk in the first place?
There's a guy in town named Geoff who trades us junk for snacks.
Junk food for snacks.
Nice. So, pretty sweet security, right? It was imaginative, I'll give you that. Luca, are we sure we could trust this new recruit? I'll vouch for her. Thanks, I guess.
Oh, Luca, you promised to fill me in about the Valentine warehouse.
Luca sucked in a long breath.
So, like I said, there was someone there.
What were they doing?
I don't know, but the place was lit up and active.
Maybe they were squatters?
I don't think so. It seemed more organized. When the man pulled me in, I saw some sort of equipment running.
A man pulled you in?
Yeah, but I got away. You keep saying it was a man. They were wearing a mask, right? Yeah.
Then it could have been a woman. How did you get away?
I grabbed a rock, something, and broke their mask. They let go and I ran.
Dang.
That's intense. No wonder you freaked out when you saw your grandma. Yeah, that's the other part. On our way here, Beck and I saw Harris Valentine meeting with Gran, wearing the same sort of hazmat suit.
Rollo let out a low whistle.
And they weren't there for idle chit chat.
It was a proper clandestine meetup.
So, let me get this straight. There's an operation in full swing at Valentine Warehouse, and you were almost abducted by a strange woman or a strange man or woman in a protective suit. And then you saw your gran in the same suit talking to Harris Valentine.
Pretty much.
I'm beginning to think this town is kind of awesome.
Rollo and Luca shot back a look.
No offense. And so we can logically conclude aliens or alien zombies have infiltrated the town. And their leader is your gran and she tried to murder you?
First of all, for the last time, there are no aliens. Second, it couldn't have been my gran at the warehouse. I broke that person's mask to get away. The mask Gran was wearing wasn't damaged. But she's definitely hiding something. Maybe.
Gran's weird, but she might be the most boring person in the universe. All she does is sit around all day making jam. What could she possibly have to hide?
I don't know. We haven't talked much since she moved in. Moved in? Your gran isn't from here? No, she came a few months back to take care of me after his mom went missing. Did you know your gran before? Not really, no. It's been years since I've seen her. Look, don't take this the wrong way, but are we sure your gran is on the up and up?
Luca gazed out the window.
I'm just saying. It sounds like strange stuff has been happening since she showed up.
Well, maybe say the same thing about your family. But you're right. Look at your gran is hiding something. And Pa always say folks only bury stuff worth digging up. We need to investigate your house.
If Gran really is hiding something, don't you think I would have noticed by now?
That's kind of the whole point of hiding something.
I guess you're right. Gran's been leaving the house for hours at a time this week. I'll call you two tomorrow when the coast is clear. And we can start getting to the bottom of this.
I'm always game for a good snoop.
You can count me in.
Chapter 6. Secret Lair. Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder. Luca walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows. Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next day.
What time is it?
Just want to check around in case.
Rello, what on earth is that?
Huh?
A ridiculous thing on your head.
Oh, this?
It helps me think. You're gonna need a lot more of those.
Jokes? Joke all you want. We'll see who's laughing when I crack the case wide open. The coast is clear.
Yep, whatever she's been up to this week, it's been keeping her busy most of the day.
Very well. The game is afoot.
Luca and Beck rolled their eyes as Rollo strutted across the room.
If I were Gran, where would I hide my deepest, darkest secrets? Perhaps where you might at least expect it.
Rollo flung open the cabinet with confidence.
Aha!
He coughed as a veil of dust hit his face.
I think it's safe to assure you, anything that dusty isn't what we're looking for.
Or maybe that's what she wants you to think. Then again, any good detective knows not to trust their first hunch. First, hunches are for suckers. Eureka! She lit a fire in order to burn evidence.
She keeps that fire going every day, Rollo.
Rat, it may already be too late. Just think of mounds of documents lost to ash.
Okay. I'm gonna stop you right there. Can we just think for a moment? Luca, is there anywhere Gran doesn't want you to go? Yeah, the closet upstairs. So maybe it stands to reason that we should check there first. No dice. It's locked. Well, well, well. Look who stands to reason now. I have no idea where the key is. If it really is important, then she probably keeps it with her. Anywhere else? She has her berry bush. Because who has ever thought, I'm gonna take this important thing and hunk it in a bush? True. Anything else? Maybe something out of the ordinary? Well, she is always worried I'll break her fancy dishwasher in the kitchen. But it doesn't matter. Anyways, I can't reach that latch.
A look of realization crept onto Luca's face. All three kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted in turn toward the kitchen.
Alright, Rollo. This is your time to shine. Ah, yeah. You've called upon my expert detective skills. And now Jesus. Okay. And now I shall proceed with...
Before he could finish, Luca scrambled up Rollo's back.
This isn't my idea of detective work. Every squad needs a good lockpick. And every good lockpick needs a sturdy head to sit on. This is beneath my standing. Stop complaining and hold still. Got it.
The three crowded around the hutch to peer in. With the glass doors opened, a perfect porcelain display gleamed in front of them. Their eyes searched for anything amiss, but the only distinct feature was its impeccability.
Well, that was anticlimactic. Yeah. I don't really know what we were expecting. Like, oh, hey. Let's just yank on this random teacup and...
As Beck pulled on one of the teacups, it slanted forward with a hollow click. The entire hutch began to rustle and slide under its own power.
Oh. Seems like your gran has been doing some remodeling. Dude! Only 2 types of people have secret lairs. Evil masterminds. And superheroes. So, which one do you think she is? We are about to find out. Okay, so more of unhinged conspiratist vibes. Oh, wow. Yeah, this cannot be good. We need to look around before jumping to conclusions. Okay, so there's a board, and then this thing here, and then that thing there. Oh, something there. Alright. So let's start with this.
Luca jostled each cabinet drawer in turn. Only one was unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter. For a long moment, he just stared at it.
What do you got there? It's my dad. Look like some of his old medical files. Your dad was a doctor?
Luca nodded and caressed the label with his thumb.
Well, are you gonna read it? Here, let me help.
Rollo swiped the folder from the drawer and began leafing through the pages. He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
How about you actually read some of it? One sec. Send documents such as this are a lot like a cheeseburger. It's best to skip straight to the middle.
That's where all the meaty bits live.
Wow, I have no idea we were in the presence of the preeminent permanent scholar in Dit's documents. And cheeseburgers. By all means, proceed.
He stopped at a page and mimed, holding up a monocle.
Ah, here we are. Follow up exemption of Terrence Willoughby. Patients show further signs of paleness and mollius. Body temperature continues to drop. He now describes soreness of muscles and joints. This is similar to the symptoms exhibited by Miss Willoughby just a few past days. Still waiting on labs results from Joseph.
Rollo looked up with heightened surprise.
See, creepy.
Yeah, that's kind of disturbing. Who's Joseph? That's Mr. Nuncreed's name. Wait,
Rollo's finger traced across the page.
there's more scribble in the margins. Could it be contagious? Mr. Willoughby claims that the tap water at his home has been contaminated. Perhaps environmental? Lab results only raise more questions. It looks like he came back to this report later and made those notes. So it might be related to something else.
Rollo scanned through several more pages.
Here, the writing looks shaky. I just couldn't help her. This disease, or whatever it is, progresses so fast. And with his wife's passing, Terrence's condition follows close behind. Extracted by the loss. Enough is enough. I need to take matters into my own hands.
Luca, staring blankly at the cabinet this whole time, spoke softly.
What does it say next?
Rollo rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
That's where it is. What? There has to be more.
Luca frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Look, I think that's the only one. It's alphabetical, see? What did he mean enough is enough? How did he take matters into his own hands? This is bullshit.
Luca slammed the drawer shut. A spider web of string connected photos of people from the town, interspersed with hastily scrawled notes.
Well, she sure has kept herself busy.
Is your gran a serial killer? Cause I'm starting to get a vibe.
Don't be ridiculous. Sure, she's just tracking the movements of everyone in town
Out of the kindness of her heart.
She puts little symbols by some of them. Yeah, Mr. Nuncreed has a check mark. The clipboards are all inside a big circle. My mom's are both on here. Both with question marks. Gus Valentine has a question mark. Iris has a question mark. That's been crossed out. Mr. Kerr has a bullseye. The killer has chosen her next victim. We don't know what any of this means. Whatever it means, it's probably not good.
What do we have here?
Barrel marked caution, explosive. And jam jars? That's enough jam to feed the whole town. What kind of indensory jam is your gran making? She wouldn't have made me walk around town delivering bombs. Right?
Only one way to find out.
Rollo casually spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam.
Huckleberries.
He smacked his lips.
A hint of brown sugar. And ink? What?
Rollo plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper.
Aha!
Rollo offered the slimy note to Luca and licked his fingers clean.
It's an address to Miss Fartelli.
A gram jam. Wait, oh my goodness. A grand jam gram?
It says, last night I used the disguise Harris provided to scout the location. The timing window should be possible. Operation Sparkplug is a go.
Oh man, are they doing a heist?
Whatever it is, it can't be good.
So, more bombshells than a bomb, am I right? You're new here, so I'll let it slide. But I'm the bad joke guy around here. Okay, I think that's everything. Okay, so I'll do a little one more and then I will stop it from here.
They crowded around a worn-down old map of Beacon Pines.
Cool. This looks like a treasure map.
Not every old map is a treasure map, Rollo.
Yeah, but every treasure map is an old map.
Can't fault with that logic.
Look, there's even a pathway drawn on it. It starts at the entrance to town. And if we follow it,
Rollo carefully traced the path with his finger.
it leads right to
He jabbed down at the end point.
Town Square?
That's the fountain in the middle of town.
What a weird place to hide treasure.
Rollo, that doesn't look like treasure to me. The end of the path on the map has the same symbol as those explosive over there.
So it's not hiding treasure? A real bummer.
Rollo, what's the thing you've been excited about for the past month?
The festival.
Goop? Did you just say goop?
This feels like a good kind of situation.
Everyone will be gathered near the center of town.
She's gonna blow up the festival?
Not if we stop her. What was that?
Luca looked up from the map.
What was that?
Sorry, what was what? My bad. No, I heard it too.
That was the front door.
Which means someone just shut the door.
Which means someone's upstairs. Shh, quiet. Get the lights.
Beck flicked off the light, and they became statues in the dark. Overhead, creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps. The kids looked up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall. Then suddenly, it stopped. Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath. All three exhaled shakily and glanced at each other. A muffled male voice broke the silence.
Hello?
A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and the voice now echoed down the stairs.
Anyone down here?
The three kids shuffled to the corners without a peep. As he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice punctuated every new step. Thump.
Yoo-hoo!
I'm not here to hurt anyone. I'm just here to help. Just...
At the bottom step, the man paused, squinting to search the room for signs of life.
Huh? Guess it's nothing.
Rollo shifted suddenly. Luca gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth.
Rollo, don't!
It was too late. Rollo was already inching toward the stairway. He screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure.
Flamin' chicken coop!
With all his weight, Rollo tackled the man to the ground.
Rollo? Serious creepy man? Anyone there?
From the dark corner, they saw something move.
Well, I didn't know if I had it in me, but
There was only one way to find out.
holy crap, Rollo, that was awesome. Wait, did you just kill a person?
Luca scrambled to the hunched figure on the ground. Pressing his fingers to the man's neck, he sighed with relief.
You sure clobbered him good, Rollo. He's knocked out cold.
As Beck flicked back on the light, Luca and Rollo both gasped in stereo.
Mr. Trolliver?
Uh-oh.
Chapter 7. The Interrogation of Hiram Tolliver. Still unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain, they couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go. They needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house. After some deliberation, it was decided.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Chill, hard. Okay. So, I'm not gonna do anything from here yet. So, I think I will carry on this episode next time. So, I appreciate you guys so much stopping by and watching this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And please remember to hit the like button and be sure to subscribe so that way you guys don't miss any new content that comes out. So far, I have truly enjoyed Beacon Pines. I still enjoy it. I cannot wait to see what the truth is on the very, very end of all of this. So I hope you guys are with me to watch it all the way to the end as well. Until then, stay safe and take it easy, guys. And have a great, wonderful day, night, or wherever you are in the world. Till then, bye!